Welcome to CodeFlix, your ultimate destination for all things Arch Linux. Dive into the essence of Arch Linux, from its inception to its latest versions. Discover why it's the preferred choice for tech enthusiasts worldwide and get answers to your burning questions. Ready to explore? Let's unravel the mysteries of Arch Linux together, right here on CodeFlix. What is Arch Linux? What is Arch Linux? Arch Linux is an open-source, free, independent Linux distribution released in March 2002 by Judd Vinet. Inspired by Crux, this is a light, simple, modern distributed operating system with a minimal and user-centered nature that allows you to customize and control the system a lot so that users can customize different parts of the system while benefiting from an integrated system. Arch Linux is an independent Linux distribution that adheres to the principles of simplicity, modernity, pragmatism, user centrality, and versatility. History of Arch Linux operating system. History of Arch Linux operating system. The developers of Arch Linux are still part-time volunteers working without pay, and there are no intentions to make Arch Linux profitable so that it will always remain free. Judd Vinet, a Canadian programmer and guitarist, established Arch Linux at the beginning of 2001. The first version of Arch Linux 0.1 was made available on March 11, 2002. In Jan 2017, the 32-bit support was not continued. In October 2007, Arch Linux creator Judd Vinet announced his retirement and gave Aaron Griffin access to the project. Aaron Griffin shared the project with the Levente Poliak in Feb 2020. Why people prefer Arch Linux? Since Arch is primarily a highly technical distribution, it should only be used by individuals who can effectively use it. Arch is primarily used by experts and professional users due to its DIY nature. People prefer Arch Linux for several reasons. 1. Ultimate customization. Arch Linux empowers users to build their ideal computing environment from scratch, offering unparalleled flexibility and control. 2. Simplicity in design. Despite its powerful customization options, Arch Linux maintains a minimalist design philosophy, avoiding unnecessary complexity and bloat. 3. Continuous updates. With its rolling release model, Arch Linux ensures users have access to the latest software updates and features without the need for major version upgrades. 4. Strong community support. The active and helpful Arch Linux community provides users with assistance, knowledge sharing, and collaboration opportunities through forums, IRC channels, and other platforms. 5. Stability and reliability. Despite its cutting-edge nature, Arch Linux is known for its stability, providing users with a dependable computing experience even as they receive regular updates. Different Arch Linux operating system versions. 1. Architect Linux. Architect Linux is a new Arch Linux installer presenting a Ncurse's primary-based user interface UI designed to simplify the setup process. It provides a clean Arch Linux installation with none additional accessories or bloatware normally found in distributions like Antergos or Manjaro. 2. Archer. Archer is a variation of Arch Linux that uses the GNU Herd kernel, an opportunity to the Linux kernel developed by using the GNU project. It aims to offer a GNU-based operating system with the flexibility and customization alternatives of Arch Linux. 3. Antergos. Antergos changed into a pre-configured Arch Linux by product previously called Synarch. It aimed to offer an easy-to-use Arch Linux enjoy by way of presenting pre-configured computing device environments consisting of GNOME, Mate, Cinnamon, OpenBox, KDE, and XFCE. 4. Archbang Linux. Archbang Linux is a lightweight distribution stimulated by means of Crunchbang Linux, now called Bunsen Labs Linux. It features an OpenBox primarily based computing device surroundings and goals to offer a minimalistic and efficient Arch Linux enjoy. 5. Arch Linux ARM. Arch Linux ARM is a port of Arch Linux for devices with ARM primarily based processors, along with the Raspberry Pi, BeagleBone, and numerous different ARM primarily based unmarried board computer systems. It gives the equal concepts of simplicity, customization, and consumer control as the x86 model of Arch Linux. 6. ArchBSD. ArchBSD is an experimental variant of Arch Linux that utilizes the FreeBSD kernel rather than the Linux kernel. It is designed to carry the simplicity and versatility of Arch Linux to the FreeBSD running machine. ArchBSD currently supports the i6-86 and x86-64 architectures. Frequently asked questions on Arch Linux FAQs. 1. Is Arch Linux recommended for beginners? 2. What is Arch Linux best used for? 3. Is Arch Linux without GUI? 4. What are the benefits of Arch Linux? 1. Is Arch Linux recommended for beginners? Due to its DI nature, Arch Linux is not recommended for beginners who do not have any knowledge of Linux and its capabilities, because in Arch Linux, all processes are performed and determined by the user from the beginning of the installation process. This feature is a great advantage for professional users, but worrisome for novice users. 2. What is Arch Linux best used for? It is best for users who want complete control over their system, and for users who want a lightweight, customizable, and up-to-date operating system. As it provides rolling release model, it is also known for its speed and performance. 3. Is Arch Linux without GUI? Yes, installing Arch Linux is possible without having a GUI graphical user interface. As we understood from the above discussion, Arch Linux is flexible and customizable, which means users can customize it according to their need. Many Arch Linux used to prefer minimal installation without GUI. 4. What are the benefits of Arch Linux? Minimalist installation process. Almost full customization. Excellent software package management, always up to date. Arch user repository, any package you want is most likely either in the official repositories or in the OR. Excellent wiki and documentation.
How to install Arch Linux step-by-step guide. Ready to get your hands dirty with the ForExpert Linux distro? Here's a step-by-step guide to show you how to install Arch Linux. Step 1. Download the Arch Linux ISO. You can download the ISO from the official website. Both direct download and torrent links are available. Step 2. Create a live USB of Arch Linux. You will have to create a live USB of Arch Linux from the ISO you just downloaded. You may use the Etcher GUI tool to create the live USB. It is available for both Windows and Linux. Step 3. Boot from the live USB. Do note that in some cases you may not be able to boot from live USB with secure boot enabled. If that's the case with you, disable the secure boot first. Step 4. Partition the disks. For partitioning the disks, we'll use command line-based partition manager fdisk. Step 5. Install Arch Linux. Since you have all the things ready, it's time to finally install the Arch Linux. You'll be installing it on the root directory, so mount it first.
Thanks for watching CodeFlix. Keep exploring Arch Linux with us. If you have any questions or doubts, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear your suggestions too. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more awesome content. Let's learn and grow together.